Hello everyone, Tremarcus here. I'm here with week 6 of middleweight for MDC. We're facing Willow, who was a coach in the first draft league I was ever a part of. We never faced though. He was the number 1 seed in that division though, so I know that he's a good player. And I've seen him on the kill leaderboards in SPDA recently, so I know I've got my work cut out for me. And they got a flash fire mod. I think this is actually the first fire immunity I've faced with this team, which is kind of sad because I like looking Terrifier Weather Ball with Venusaur. But Venusaur staying at home this week. We're 3-2, so not confirmed for playoffs yet, but one more win would guarantee it, pretty much. Um, so I'm bringing somewhat less serious sets because as long as I get one win these next 3 weeks, I'm good. So with that being said, um, Mew, I'm bringing Imprison Transform. There's a lot of pivot on the opponent's team, so it's not the week to bring it, if I'm being honest, but there's a few mods I can trap. I'm mostly looking at Gothitelle and Ceruledge and Registeel. If I can trap one of those and kill them, I'll be happy. Um, and I can also trap other things that maybe don't bring a pivot move, like maybe they bring Boots Bundle and they don't have Flip Turn or U-Turn. Maybe I can trap that. Same with Grimmsnarl, same with like non-Baton Pass Sylveon. We'll see what we can do. I have Whirlpool instead of Fire Spin because of Flash Fire. Grip Claw to have enough trapping turns, because otherwise I found that the Whirlpool would end and they could just switch out. And while I did get like some chip on them, it was not quite worth it. So I'm Grip Claw. I thought about running no item for for what's it called? For Poltergeist, but I realized I can just bring my own Poltergeist because I don't really need a last move and imprison that before they can hit me with it. Um, so I was also considering Mental Herb for taunt, for like Prankster taunt or fast taunt on bundle, or even like taunt Gothitelle, but I ended up on Grip Claw because I want the extra turns on Whirlpool. Just max speed, max HP with some bulk. Next up, Screens Klefki with Spikes and Steel Beam. Steel Beam so I'm not a sitting duck in front of my Gothitelle if I'm trapped and they just keep spamming Calm Mind. I don't really want to let them just get to +6, so Steel Beam gives me a way out of that. Tusk, I wish this thing was at the bottom of the team builder. This thing's my backup if everything else fails. Booster speed, bulk up Tusk. Pretty fantastic into the opponent's team. Can bulk up fairly well on Grimmsnarl, can kind of bulk up on Urshifu pretty well as well, and Ceruledge even. And then yeah, just Headlong Rush, Close Combat, Rapid Spin. Really hoping I don't see an Air Balloon on the Ceruledge because I would be hardwalled, but I really wanted Close Combat because it's fantastic coverage into their team. They have double normal, they have an Ice type, they have a double dark. Um, Close Combat just hits their team really hard, and then Headlong Rush hits the rest, except for Air Balloon, Ceruledge, or I guess Air Balloon, Terra Ghost, Arbalaba. And then Spin, because it could be handy. They really don't have that much in terms of hazard game, but if I need the extra speed boost, like if I know there's Scarf Bundle and I get a speed boost, then I'm fine. Next up, Greedent. He made it off the bench. Max Attack, Swords Dance, Citrus Berry, Cheek Pouch, with Max Speed F as well. Kind of helps me take hits from bundle. This is my bundle switch in alongside Klefki. And I can kind of beat Arbalava. It's kind of trades into anything on the team, besides like Urshifu, to be honest. Just Body Slam, Terra Blast, Fairy, and Earthquake hits the team very hard, and this is also my Urshifu check alongside Tusk. Terra Fairy, hopefully I can take it down. Next up, Ninetales, pretty boring set. Overheat Eject Pack. Kind of bad into Ceruledge, and I was going to bring Dark Pulse. And I'm like, okay, Dark Pulse is like 30%. I'm not bringing that. And I realized Ninetales has Foul Play. I didn't know that, but now I do. And yeah, Foul Play is plenty to Ceruledge. So even if they switched into that thing to block my Overheat Eject Pack, I can just Foul Play and do a lot of damage to them. And then I have Encore. So if I'm trapped by Gothitelle and they start Calm Minding, I can end that. And then Healing Wish because it's Healing Wish. And then last up, also Walking Wake. I can't have everything be fun, so boring old Walking Wake. They really don't switch into Hydro Steam at all. Like at all. So I'm Specs, Modest, Special Attack Booster. I had Booster Speed at first, so that I can be faster than Bundle and Cyclizar, but I realized I'm faster than everything else. And I can run Modest, hoping Urshifu um, isn't running absolute max speed. So the speed on my walking bike right now is to always be faster than Squawkabilly and hopefully whatever Urshifu is running. Probably just enough speed for Rotom. And then just standard set, double Dragon move, because if a Sylveon doesn't show up, then Dragon moves very strong into their team as well. And flip turn, so if I want to lead this thing, I can get out. That's the team. What do I expect to see? Bundle's really good into me. I think Sylveon's going to show up for sure. It's a good Roaring Moon check. Sariledge Flash Fire I think is great into me. I think Grimmsnarl will show up as well. I think one of the Terra Captains, and then um, maybe Urshifu or something on the bottom here. And there is no Urshifu, I was right. I think Urshifu's pretty bad into my team. I have double Fairy, although Klefki definitely does not beat it. It's just slower than everything and dies to everything, it seems like. Even if it gets a Trailblaze, it's going to be slower than like Speed Booster or anything in the Sun, except for Great Tusk, I guess, or like Scarfenam or Sun Venusaur. It's just going to have a hard time, I think. I think it makes sense that that did not show up. We do see a Cyclizar, which means they have removal. I have spikes on Klefki, which do look fantastic into the team, but I think the screens are going to be more important, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to lead Mew, because if I get a good lead matchup, I can just kill something right off the bat, which would be fantastic. They lead Sylveon though. If this is like Fizdef Calm Mind with no Baton Pass, I can definitely trap this thing. I'm expecting it will be because it's probably their Roaring Moon check, because Roaring Moon destroys their team otherwise. Grimmsnarl cannot Prankster Thunder Wave me because I'm a Dark type, so I'm expecting this to be Fizdef. But just in case, I'm going to switch into Ninetales here. If there's specs and I Whirlpool and I take 70% and I do like 2, pretty bad for me. I won't be able to trap them. Or I guess I'll trap them, but I'll just die the next turn and not really do anything. So I just switch into Ninetales here to scout for specs. If they Baton Pass here, that's fine. And they Hyper Voice and they are very much choice specs, so I'm very glad that I made that play. So from here, I am just going to overheat this thing. I will be faster, unfortunately, which means I get a fast pivot out. But I can go Klefki and like get up a screen or something, that's fine. I'll get some damage on this thing, which will hopefully put it in range of Great Tusk in the late game or Walking Wake, because I'm assuming it's max HP still. I don't think you really need speed for my team. What are you trying to outspeed? Like a slow Klefki, I guess. So I can put it in range of Tusk or like Hydro Steam, that'd be great. So I overheat, does okay damage, not that much, but alright. Go Klefki, take a Hyper Voice, doesn't get to it KO'd, which is nice, and I can get a light screen up in front of this. In comes Grimmsnarl, I'll just get up my other screen as well. They Thunder Wave me, not the end of the world. And I thought about Steel Beaming here to get some good damage on them, but I realized I can just switch out. I don't need to sack my Klefki, I can get up screens later. I'm assuming I probably will, because Greedent's not like a 2-turn kind of guy. He kind of sits there for 5 turns, sets up, does some damage. So that's what we're going for on Greedent here. My opponent switches into Sariledge, that's fine. I can Swords Dance up. I won't quite kill with Earthquake here, but I will go for it anyways. I'm going to Terra as well, just because they could have close combat. They Bitter Blade, that's fine. And I Earthquake, does 80% to them. And at this point in the game, I was like, okay, what did they do to me? Like, Bitter Blade does 22%. It doesn't quite put me in range of my Citrus Berry. So I could Swords Dance here, which would put me just above 50%, and then their next Bitter Blade would give me my Citrus Berry, bring me back to pretty much full. I'd be +4 attack. I'd be in a really good spot. But I don't make this play. I just decide I'll kill them. I feel like that was overplaying a little bit. Even after this Bitter Blade, I still have screens up. Or I still have... No, I do still have both screens up. So nothing they have really can kill me. They don't have like a hard-hitting Steel or Poison move on their team. I guess like Specs, Terra Poison, Gothitelle, but I don't think that's showing up. So I decide to not make that play. And it kind of bites me here because they're Custep, Berry, Destiny Bond. So down goes Greedent. Really wishing I made that Swords Dance play, but at the time it felt like that was an overplay. But it would have actually really helped me out. In comes Gothitelle, that's fine. I go Ninetales. So This turn, I am just going to click Link Overheat, right? They get a spit F drop, they end up being Scarf, that's fine. Overheat does a lot of damage. I'm not even any investment, or maybe like 8. Yeah, I have 8 special attack. And it's just 2 it KOs Gothitelle, which is very, very nice. I mean, they're offensive, so that's why, but we'll take it. Also, Psychic, 19%. Man, Gothitelle sucks. Not actually. It might. The Psychic again doesn't kill me even after the drop, and I can just overheat it, kill him. In comes Iron Bundle. This thing can kill me for sure. But I also just have a Klefki with Sun Up, which is a pretty good switch into this thing. The freeze dry doesn't do any damage. I can't even get frozen because I'm paralyzed, which is nice. And I can get my screens back up. They taunt me, but I still get a screen up, which is what I need. And from here, I think I switch Mew, don't I? Yes, I switch into Mew, figuring Mew can take any hit from Bundle. And they go for their screens, and I go for Whirlpool. The reason I go for Whirlpool here is because I already see Thunder Wave, and I see Reflect. So you're probably dual screens. Are you gonna have Parting Shot last, or do you want an attacking move? I feel like you probably want an attacking move on your Grimmsnarl. I don't think you can fit Thunder Wave and Parting Shot. So that's why I'd go for the Whirlpool here and try to trap this Grimmsnarl. So Whirlpool I connect, which is great. I can go for Imprison this turn. They play rough, that's fine. And I will transform here. They Thunder Wave me, that's fine. Mew's not really gonna last much longer after taking down one Pokemon. And I do successfully get the transform off. They're imprisoned, they're trapped. There's not a whole lot they can do. I can get up a screen. I have my other screen up still, but I get up my Reflect. And then I can just take out their Grimmsnarl. They go in Sylveon, which is fine. I can get a Prankster Thunderwave on this before it kills me. I probably could have also just sacked Ninetales this turn and saved my Mew, but I'm paralyzed. Does it really do much at this point in the game? I don't think so. So this turn I go Ninetales. I thought about just going Tusk here and wrapping the game up, because I know they're not Scarf Bundle. I don't think Cyclizar is going to be able to OHKO me, even if they are Scarf. And I'm booster speed, I can just be faster and OHKO everything. But if this Sylveon's max HP, Headlong Rush might not kill. So I'm going to overheat just to put them in range. They get paralyzed, which is nice for me, I guess. I don't need more chip than this, though, so I'm going to throw up a Healing Wish. I can get Klefki back to full, which will help me get screens up again if I need it. Or maybe something gets chipped, and then I can heal it back up. And then from this point, Tusk is just faster and OHKOs everything, unless there's Scarf or like Sash, Cyclizar, or Sash Bundle. But let's see what happens. Cyclizar comes in, not Scarf, drops to close combat. And in comes Bundle. I know it's not Scarf. Is it Sash? No. Tusk finally proving its worth. Cleaning up the late game. Clean 3 kills for it. Very nice. I got the Sun boost on the speed, but I was booster speed anyway, so it was a really consistent late game. I didn't need the Sun up. But that is week 6. That's our 4th win, which means we're pretty much guaranteed playoffs. So these next 2 weeks maybe I'll bring some fun sets. Although maybe not, because I'm approaching an 80% win rate of all time in draft, so I want to see if I can reach that again. But that's next week's business. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. GG's to my opponent, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.